We're back for this train wreck. We are back for another season of The Braxtons, not Braxton Family Values. Because we work for Braxton Family Values, where the values at? Shit, where the family at? Okay. But I want y'all to come in as we go through this recap and discuss some of the themes happening in this episode. I want you to, think about what happens when your truth can hurt your family. What happens when your truth exposes the secrets of the family? And having your truth come out, is it worth the backlash? Okay. Now, if you are new here, okay, I'm Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. Get my notes together. Okay. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist who loves relationships, the different dynamics of healing. I work with a lot of people who are trying to heal from family trauma, narcissistic parents, emotionally immature parents, going no contact with families. Okay, so this is my thing. Now, some of y'all haven't been back to my channel since last season, so welcome back. Okay, but hit that like. I enjoy all the commentary, all the support. I'm always humbly appreciative. So let's get into it. Okay, so we're back. And the sisters are still filming scenes apart. Okay, where's the sisterhood? Where's the sisterhood? Because I feel like it died with Traci. And I don't think that they have really recovered. I think even before Traci. But when Traci passed, like I have always said, she was the glue. Okay, she was the glue. And so here we are with another season of sliced scenes put together. Okay, the women are not on the same page. And it's the same thing. So sorry. Now somebody call Spirit, because we need some more of them counseling sessions. We can't call them therapy sessions because she's not their therapist. We need some more of them healing sessions. Now we come across this first scene of Ashlee and Tamar. Okay. Now I don't know if y'all remember, but last season, postseason, there was a lot of online discourse because Ashlee was choosing to share her story about the things she has gone through with this family and why she chose to walk away and live in Spain for 10 years. Okay. Now she went on TikTok and was, sharing her experience. And so, why my glasses feel like they look crooked? She was sharing her story and there was so much backlash. Some people agree with sharing her story. Other people were like, why are you saying this stuff now? And so we're coming on the cusp of Ashlee going on Tamar's podcast to discuss her healing journey, discuss the things that she went through, and I guess pull back the veil on the secrets and the things that we in families, I think at times, hide for the sake of other people's comfort. My healing, the things I have been through, I have to stuff that shit down because the people around my family members will not talk to me. It makes them uncomfortable. And I have been conditioned to hold secrets. But I think Ashlee, in some ways, is struggling with, like I said at the beginning, sharing your truth, living your truth when it can hurt other people. It could also be hurting to still be grieving. To still be grieving the loss of her sister and some of the guilt of, would my sister want me to share some of these things? There's just so many different layers to it. Okay. And I remember Ashlee was feeling like Tamar used her for the show. So once again, I wonder if sharing her truth can become exploitative for ratings, for things like that. Are you really invested in me as a person? Or are you just invested in my story for your storyline? Okay. So we're going to see her throughout this episode about things leading up to the podcast. Now we also see Towanda and Trina doing nothing. So I'm not going to get into that scene. Now let's talk about Towanda acting and directing. Okay. Even Tyler Perry was like, nah, that wasn't even no Tyler Perry scene. She said it was going to be on what? Prime, Tubi. It's called The Watch. Somebody let me know, have y'all watched it? Because ain't no way That should have been left on Bounce. Not even channel 21.1. Not even on 2 because the acting was terrible. The acting is terrible, y'all. Now I wanna talk about Tamar 2.0, okay? Tamar 2.0, her revenge body. The revenge body for that white man, the one who hurt you, the one you was in the media going back and forth with, revenge value for him? Because even when you went through your divorce with Vince, there was no boob job, there was no, BBL, there was no none of that. So I just wanna know, what is it about this man that has you still trapped and have you still trying to just get your get back? But I feel like there wasn't the same energy for Vince because you was married to that man. I guess you was kind of married to the white man too, but you have a child and a life with Vince, but I didn't see the same energy. So I'm wondering, what does she call her titties? Mercy and Grace. I guess it's a theme now. Name your new titties. Okay. What is about this man that just has you still hung up over him? To go to the lengths of going under a knife, opening up your body, I would have liked the connotation of this, revenge body, Tamar 2.0 to be about, I just wanted to do this for myself. I've been unhappy, or I just wanted to change in my body. I wanted to do something for myself. And, for the longest time, maybe I had been thinking about, lifting the girls up, add some accessories to the body. And I decided to do it. Why narrative gotta be attached to a man though? Hey, it just goes back to self-worth and self-esteem. On the outside, Tamar seems very secure. What the fuck? Why am I lying to myself? No, she don't. On the outside, I think her personality can to appear at times like, it's giving ass, titties, it's giving. Okay, it's giving. But when you speak, that lets me know, oh, this is only for a man. This is only to get your get back, to have him call you, to have him still be interested. We have to disconnect our healing, working on ourselves from a man, from a relationship. Women too. As I say, men too. Your healing has not to be, it has to stop being about a get back. Okay. But so many people want attention. They want attention, even if it's negative attention. They just want some attention. Now, I just for them to be some new titties, they should be up a little bit higher. Okay. They should not be okay. But it could just be her posturing. It could just be her posturing. But I was just like, why does this have to be attached to that man? Why? But Tamar once again shows me that you can be in therapy, you can be on your healing journey, and just be a buzzword. It just be a conversation. It's the route to rebranding. It's the route to just say I'm doing something. Okay. Just say I'm doing something when you're really not. And let's talk about just doing something. We see Trina and her mama. Okay. I feel like Trina is just doing something. And I feel like that new doing something is real estate. Real estate to me is the new I'ma do something or say Imma do something. Imma study, get my real estate license, and then once you pass the test, where y'all at? Especially in Atlanta. Okay, especially in Atlanta. I'm about to do my first closing next month. Wait a minute, you sold a house already? Fake ass scene. We got a contract. She's always given to me the family dynamic, the lost one. The lost one. She had bar chicks. I think she be cooking on YouTube, okay? And now she doing real estate. I just don't know. I don't even know no more. Like, I just don't know what to say about Trina. Even with the Gabe stuff. She says that she was also a victim too when it comes to Ashlee discussing her truth and things that she has been through. And she says, Ashlee's numbers changed, but mine hasn't. There's just something about the elders of the family that feel entitled to, well, I'm the elder. You're supposed to call me. You're supposed to reach out to me. When allegedly it was your ex-husband who put her through the trauma. And then you decide to abandon her for your man. All the women of this family center around men. Okay. I don't think a lot of them really have a sense of self outside of a man, except maybe Toni. But Toni is so private that you really don't know. Okay, I really don't know. But everything centers around a man. You know where they learned that from? Mama. A lot of I feel like, their mother's life has been surrounded with or entangled in her hate for their father. Okay. Everything about is his name Michael Braxton? Everything about Papa Braxton. Okay. and then also Kevin Sr. Not on our show. I want to see these women grow. I want to see them evolve. I want to see more than just I'm getting old. I want to see them do more than just have the storylines be around, and not just storylines, but a lot of themes in their life be around something related to a man. Okay. I just want to see the elevation, but I just don't see the elevation. All right. And now Towanda is also happy to be engaged. She's gonna be an empty nester. We're gonna watch her plan her wedding. I guess he's supposed to be going on a trip to Mexico. Okay. But are we getting anything different? I guess this season we're gonna see them talk less about their sister passing away, maybe stop using her for a foundation of the season. Are we gonna see little Kev? Are we gonna see maybe, Towanda be a mom? I want to see some of the dynamics between her and her kids, a blended family. How do they get along with their new stepfather? I want to see more of the integrated family dynamics that people go through it. And though, yes, we go through this dynamic, sisters not getting along, things like that, but it feels very much the same. And I hate I don't need to see y'all setting up the camera to start filming her. I don't need to hear y'all say roll tape for Toni. I don't need to see that. I really don't. I thought the feedback was last season. Maybe it's just me. I don't want to see the behind the scenes of y'all setting up the scenes. We already know these scenes. We already know it's rehearsed. Okay. We already know that. But this whole season is going to be around Towanda. Okay, it's gonna be around Towanda. Now, this first episode did not come busting out the gates. Because I feel like y'all baited me. I thought I was gonna get the podcast of Ashlee and Tamar discussing living your truth. I don't want to see her. I don't want to say exposing the truth, but I want to just see someone be truthful in this family, and that's not what I got. Okay, now we also got Toni is trying to go into acting. She's still trying to do her tour, even though the doctors say, sit your ass down because your health is not in a condition to be on no tour. But I get that Toni is the breadwinner. This is how she makes her money. But I just don't want to wake up to a TMZ post that during a concert in Las Vegas that Toni did not wake up, that she passed out on the stage. I don't need that. Okay. And I have said, go do a podcast. You a baby face, you by yourself. You know, I'm not sure I would watch a podcast with just Toni by herself. Okay. Maybe some kind of 90s divas. Some of y'all get together, do a podcast, and y'all talk about what it was like being in the 90s, trying to navigate record companies, how some of them took y'all money, the things we all are curious about. Some of the millennials, okay, some of the millennials, okay, and I guess some of y'all Gen Xers are probably curious too. But I think I would watch that. I would listen to that. You know, untold stories from the 90s. And you bring on TLC, you bring on Escape, bring on some of the one hit wonders. Okay, because some of these songs we still be hearing, but they are nowhere to be found. And what happened to them? Why do we have so many one hit wonders? You know, groups from the 90s. I would watch that. I don't need you to kill yourself on that stage. I don't need that. Okay. And I wonder once again, was this just a scene? Is Toni really trying to go into acting? I don't know. Right. But towards the end, we get to see that I guess next episode we're gonna see the podcast. Even though I know if y'all went to her podcast in person, y'all probably already know what went down. I don't know if we really gonna get nothing new. But I remember actually feeling like after that podcast that this was all about the show, and she felt like Tamar was not very much invested in her as a person and her healing journey. Okay. I would also like to see. Oh, I must have missed this part.
Hey.
Hey.
Okay.
Absolutely not. They're under no circumstances. Absolutely not. No. I'm dead ass. No. No.
Baby.
I'm not giving up my apple fritters. I just won't eat them all the time.
Okay, even though this is a joke, it was a little bit clickbaity. Do he like her? Does he like her? Because I saw last season, I see some stuff on their YouTube channel. Does this man like her? I don't know what they're really doing with their relationship. They seem like two people coexisting, but I don't know if I really feel the love. Okay, I don't know if I feel the love here. Okay, are these relationship goals? But then again, it's relatable because so many people are in marriages that are just existing. There's no love, there's no romance. We in our 40s, shit, we in our 30s, just in the marriage because we're married, and it's just like life is expensive, and I can't afford to live on my own. So here I am with you, my roommates. Okay, but this, first episode was a little lackluster. Okay, a little lackluster. This is what y'all giving for the premiere. The premiere. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think about what happens when you want to tell your truth publicly on the socials, Facebook, TikTok, telling your truth when your family may be watching, they may see it. Does that stop you from wanting to tell your truth? Does it make you continue to go inward? And is it fair that you must go inward in order to have other people around you comfortable? We got to stop that because it's not healthy. And it's not fair to you as a person to stuff yourself inside and continue to walk around wounded so that other people around you will feel comfortable. All right. But let me know your thoughts on this first video. I'm behind on my videos. I have some other stuff to record right now. But of course, I appreciate you guys. If you got to the end, put some purple stars in the chats. And I'm going to see you next time. Bye.